The following is a semi-professional... fuck it, read it yourself. Welcome back to Nihilhalla. I'm gonna fight that, what the fuck was that thing?
It's just one of their ships.
They don't have like a special name or anything like that? Because what it looks like to me is the exact textbook depiction of the dreaded punk knot from fucking, Cyberpunk.
It's just an orc flyer. They don't really... Different flyers have different names. That's not one that's specific in the, like, lore. They would probably just call it a Hulk. Because, you know, like Space Hulk, the giant ships.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I could probably go left on the turret for a little while.
But their ships would look something like that. Oh, I know what I was going to ask you. You're a little bit younger than me, Neil, but not much. Because, as people know, arcades still aren't very big in the U.S. anymore. Like, even Dave & Buster's and shit like that is kind of going away. But did you kind of frequent arcades a lot as a younger child, or...?
I mean, some of the best birthdays I ever had were at, like, Chuck E. Cheese and Dave & Buster's.
Well, Chuck E. Cheese is definitely dumbed the fuck down.
Well, yeah, but, like, I was also much younger then. I wasn't, like, 13 at Chuck E. Cheese, you know?
No, we had Doc Holiday's by where... Fuck. Yeah, we had Doc Holiday's that was still around when I was a teenager, and it was like a place, but I remember...
I remember going there, but they didn't have, like, video arcade. They just had, like, a couple of quarter games that could give tickets.
Man, that was...
Like the Stop the Light
That might have been at the end, because in its heyday, it was a full arcade. It was great. It's just that where Japan went with making arcade games cooler and cooler and going out and experiencing life, America kind of went the different route with games, which I'm not going to say it's bad, because we have some great games because of it, but the home console became more popular.
Yeah.
Fun fact, did you know that there was actually a shortage of quarters in the American Mint because of arcade games in the 80s?
Yes, that was the invention of the token. That's where it started. So they did brass printings of these little cheapo tokens, and they retooled the machine to be able to do...
Take tokens instead of quarters?
Yeah.
Yeah, at least you got a shield. I can't remember on this fight if... No, you're definitely doing damage, because now it's on fire and smoking.
Yeah.
Which, even for an orc ship, that's not good.
Oh, God.
I didn't specifically know that was why the token was created.
It is why the token was created. The token was supposed to be used as an alternative to quarters in all arcades. The arcade machine could still accept...
Yeah, there you go. You got it.
Oh, it was called a battering ram.
Orc battering ram, yeah, okay.
But yeah, in the Cyberpunk book, that is like exactly what the dreaded punk knot looks like. And the response to the dreaded punk knot would have been similar, like kill it by any means.
Shoot it a lot.
Yeah, kill it by any means necessary. What is it? They are hunted with extreme prejudice, I think is what it says in the Cyberpunk handbook.
Yeah.
If you ever get a hold of a DM... Oh, I don't know why I'm yawning. If you ever get a hold of a DM... Or a ref.
It's
a ref in Cyberpunk.
The manufactorum still holds.
If you can ever get a hold of one that actually knows how to fucking run a campaign around a dreaded punk knot being assembled, it's probably some of the most fun you'll ever have playing.
Man, we gotta... I was actually thinking about that the other day, and you know, it's our YouTube channel. We don't just have to do video games. How would you feel about doing a Let's Play of us, like, playing fucking Cyberpunk and filming it?
I personally would love it, just because it would give me a reason to run Cyberpunk.
Man, we should fucking plan to do that, even if it's just like you, me, and Tyler.
We should definitely do that when we get the fucking
the camera.
Yeah. Wow, this guy looks,
experimental device.
What experimental device?
Little servo skulls doing his job.
This guy looks like fucking maybe he listens to The Cure a little bit. Like, you know what I mean?
He's really into My Chem and shit like that.
Yeah.
My Chemical Romance and Bullets from a Valentine.
He doesn't.
Don't know why I just did that weird little camera shift.
He doesn't understand why everybody loves the Grand Emperor of Mankind more than MCR. Yeah.
He's not so great.
So this is what, 3 generations of the same gene sequence, and Titus just happened to be the best performing of the 3? Like,
no. So his little eagle on that guy, the sergeant, he's definitely a sergeant and has the border. So sergeants usually have bordered pauldrons, and each Space Marine chapter is different. The bigger eagle shoulder pads and like around his boots there shows that he's a Stern Guard veteran.
okay.
So there's like a Stern Guard veteran squad, and then they're different Marine groups do different things.
Oh, god damn it, you gotta be kidding me. They're fucking, even their, like, little knee pads and shit have rank insignia?
Such. Yeah, they have ranks, what squad they're from, what their job is. And actually, when a human becomes a Space Marine, I kind of left this part out a little bit when talking about them, they don't start out and get their armor. They start out as Scout Marines, and they have armor, but they don't have the huge Space Marine armor. They have to do a time as a Scout Marine, and they have light armor, and they kind of like learn how to be Marines and such.
Always make sure they're dead.
And then
kids.
after they kind of like make it through that time, they get their armor and everything. And then different Space Marines do different... They have like different lore and how they train. So kind of like there's these Space Marines that are... Their armor's all black. Oh man, Ian used to play them all the time. I can't remember.
Necron?
Huh?
Is it the Necron?
No, the Necron is a different race. They're the robot skeleton dudes. They all look like fucking, damn it, Brainiac from the old version of Brainiac from Superman.
Oh, okay.
But their whole thing is they have basically cyber limbs. They're big into like mechanical things, and they know how to talk to machines. And they're a Space Marine chapter that's super into the Mechanicus. But they teach all of their Space Marines to be Devastators, because Devastators are the long range shooting guys with cannons and sniper rifles and stuff. And the reason they train everybody to do that is their whole thought process is, well, our Space Marines are going to know how to shoot first and be awesome at shooting, and then learn how to do everything else. So each one that,
oh boy.
so each, you know...
A little technical here. There we go.
Yeah, like, so they just, like, have different, like, kind of Space Marines that believe in different things.
Okay. God, I hope we don't fucking finish the campaign in, like, 2 episodes, or is this gonna be like a Titanic thing where it goes on for 6 goddamn hours, and you're like, looking at the screen shouting, "Just fuck!" and then everybody's in the lake all of a sudden?
This game?
Yeah.
No, the story changes up a couple of times, actually. It starts with this orc story because, you know, for the 40k fans, it kind of lets you play out the ultimate 40k fandom.
Oh, okay.
Of like, yay, Space Marines and orcs!
Yeah, servo skull.
A little servo skull.
Yay.
There, you do get to see other, I won't spoil it, this game is pretty old, but you do fight other factions in this game.
Oh, I figured I didn't just fight the orcs, and I know you said the Tau weren't here.
No, the Tau are not in here. There is a Tau game, though. That's called Fire Warrior.
Which is the baseline cast of... Well, we talked about that.
Yeah, it's just like the infantrymen of the Tau Empire. Oh, there's an op. Yeah. And that's what the thing where I said, like, they did a great job with this game, because with the character design, like, you know, that knob is a lot bigger than the other orcs, and even though you're a badass Space Marine, you still have trouble beating this, you know, big fucking monstrous creature. It gives so much flavor to this game. Fucking awesome.
In Darksiders 2, what I just did there, would have been the only way to get through a certain fight. I'm not going to name the fight, and we might actually play Darksiders. I will not play Darksiders 2 on this show. That game, it is in my beaten no replay list because it took Darksiders, which was an okay sort of over-the-shoulder camera. It's kind of like this. You have a little bit more camera control, and it's more of an adventure game than this is, where this is like a sort of straightforward, like, shoot-'em-up campaign type thing, like almost like Halo, kind of. Objective-based third-person shooter.
You're a one-man killing machine, go and kill the bad guy.
Yeah, Darksiders is more of an adventure game, though, and you've got, like, almost Soul Reaver-esque puzzles in spots. It's a bad day.
Yeah!
Somebody just charged up the fucking... charges up the stairs and fucks her up. Fucks your ass up. Yeah. But yeah, it's got like almost Soul Reaver-like puzzles in it. They actually rip off Portal a little bit because they have actual like a portal gun that you get in the game. And then Darksiders 2 I played and was incredibly disappointed by, because it was exactly the same as Darksiders 1 in terms of like the upgrades you got. I was like, oh man, I wonder what neat toys and tricks I'm gonna get in this game, and then nothing was fucking different, like, at all. And like, you get a portal gun, you get a fucking like grabby thing that lets you go from place to place, you get a pistol, you get like melee weapons. It was the fucking same. I should say ranges of melee weapons. It was basically the fucking same.
And fuck you.
Kind of looked like a hammer that I just dropped on them.
I dropped the literal hammer on them, sir. Well, after this little bit of cutscene, we'll see what fucking Corporal Avenger or whatever has to say.
Yeah, and then we'll,
Antioch.
and then, I know we went over on the boss fight. Where are we at on this one?
We'll be there shortly.
As far as boss fights?
No, the time.
Oh, we're over, man. I was letting the thing finish.
Oh, okay. I just want to finish my thought real quick, and then we'll go ahead and call this an episode. The thing about Darksiders that Darksiders 2 didn't have that I loved, in Darksiders 2, it has the fucking pants factory issue, where you have to like get better pants and then get better pauldrons and fucking upgrade your shit and build your character a certain way. Whereas in Darksiders, it's like, you are this, you will always be this, you have always been this. This is all you are capable of. You are a killing machine. You have a quest. Go. And I fucking love that so much more than I did Darksiders 2.
I mean, yeah, I get that, but that's kind of this game, you know. Space Marine's kind of her one-track mind. But we'll see you next time, folks.
Yep. Later, nondescripts.